Welcome back and hello if you're new. It was a beautifully miserable November night when I was walking down to Electric Ballroom for the fantastic Polish hospitality of Riverside. Arguably one of the best prog albums I think to be released this year, Riverside returned with Wasteland back in September. This is the first official album to be released under the Riverside name, if you don't count Eye of the Soundscape, without longtime guitarist Piotrek. Unfortunately, he passed away shortly after the release of Love, Fear and the Time Machine, Riverside's fantastic 6th album. Here's what went down when Riverside played the Electric Ballroom on Saturday.
I'd like to tell you what I dream about. I'd like to say how much I miss you, but
It's one of the things I love the most about Riverside is the fact that they are continually upping their game in terms of how many people are actually seeing them. And the last time I saw them was at the Islington Assembly Halls. There was one support band which I did sadly miss, but Riverside themselves were absolutely fantastic. They played all of Wasteland. How crazy is that? They may not have played it in chronological order, but they played the entire album throughout their set. One of the things I liked the most about the set was this beautiful lighting that they had. It was almost like a carousel type light, and it would just bathe you in these really serene colours and matched the music absolutely perfect. And then they had these two LED screens which, you know, would kind of work towards the album artwork or, you know, something to do with that. And it really did enhance the idea that we were kind of like taken away by this band. Riverside were also probably the best band I've ever heard in the Electric Ballroom. Their sound was absolutely fantastic, and particularly on, you know, the more instrumental sections, like for example Wasteland, which is a very long song, or The Struggle for Survival. You know, those long instrumental sections, if the sound isn't good, you're not going to really be listening to it properly. And Mariusz's voice, as ever, was absolutely on point. I don't think I've ever seen this band bad live. The band didn't really play much of their old catalogue. We got Lost, Why Should I Be Frightened by a Hat, which was great, from Love, Fear and the Time Machine. A couple of Anno Domini tracks, and some tracks from Second Life Syndrome. Most importantly though, you know, going back to those instrumental sections, there was never a moment where you were thinking, oh, I'm bored now, you know, like, I'm not really interested. And for a prog show to keep your interest for, they must have played for a good 2 hours. I love prog just as much as anyone else, but there are times when my mind does wander a little bit. If you think this album is a good record whilst you're listening to it at home, make sure you go and see it live, because it just brings a real sense of life to it. And although Riverside have this really kind of peaceful nature about them, there's a real sense of aggression there as well. And I think it's also fair to say that it's triumphant to see that they're such a unit following the death of their friend. And truly, you couldn't ask for a better performance. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure to check out all sorts of other album reviews, interviews, and my Apocalyptic Anniversary series over on Metal Sucks every week. If you do see me at a show, come say hi. I'd always love to chat, and I'll see you guys at the next gig. Alright, take care.